Hello Winning Game fan, Taipei Game Show is currently going on, and while I'm not there myself, I do want to highlight some upcoming titles from Asian developers since I know how difficult it can be for them due to societal norms and pressures. So let's begin with Yasha, Legends of the Demon Blade, a very stylish action roguelite set in the Edo period where you play as a ninja battling demons. I think that the initial few seconds of this trailer doesn't do the game justice since the octopus boss fight later on does look gorgeous, so maybe it's a trailer thing, but you can see the influence of classic Japanese paintings on this game and it looks superb, certainly being one to watch for later this year. We have developers from Korea, Japan, Singapore and more in this video, where I do want to showcase Quit Today as well, coming to us from a Taiwanese developer where the game development scene in Taiwan has really been growing. This is a 2D brawler, which you can think of as a beat 'em up but on a single plane of action, where it focuses on combos which does look pretty fun. The Steam store page, however, does look as if something was fed into Google Translate, so if the team is watching this, please get some localization help, where as far as I can tell, you are attempting to resign from the job due to a toxic work environment, where the other employees are literally attacking you and you have to defend yourself using a variety of attacks where you wield a briefcase in order to do so, with some great looking action in this. The developer of Bionic Bay did reach out, where they claim it's a new kind of 2D platformer, but I don't know about that myself, so let me know what you think after watching this segment. It's a puzzle platformer with physics where you have a swapping mechanic in which you're able to switch positions with environmental objects, as well as to use the physics in the game to your advantage. I suppose that's about it, so I don't see where the whole new kind of 2D platformer claim is coming from, but it looks challenging in places and could be neat, where if I'm not wrong, there should be a demo of this during the Steam Next Festival, so perhaps give it a go. Of course, SOULVARS got my attention since it uses pixel art, where most curiously, it's a deck building RPG that is not a roguelite, coming to us from a Japanese developer and does seem very anime. Again, the translation is a little suspect, but it takes place in a world where humanity is under attack by beings known as Dominators, where the next generation of humans, known as Soul Bearers, are sent to defend against these threats, where there is something known as an alternate soul, which can manifest in the form of an external suit, which is of course the enemy part. Apparently this did release on mobile and the Steam release will be an enhanced version, so hopefully they will be able to balance this properly. Okay, I've generally limited my coverage to games which are available in English only, but Aeruta, or in Mandarin Yasha, is too good not to share. This is a pixel art action platformer where you are adventuring into the wilderness to fight monsters to get ingredients, all while somehow running a bakery at the same time. Of course, it does remind me of something like Battle Chef Brigade, or more recently, Dungeon Munchies, where it looks gorgeous as well, so if you're a publisher or are able to help localize this, do reach out to this developer. I've mentioned RP7 on this channel before, but this title from a Korean developer deserves another mention since it is one of the more unique roguelite titles out there. is a classic fantasy RPG where you're fighting rats and skeletons with potions and loot and more, where they describe this as a slot managing roguelike where you have to scroll through the tiles as you move around, looking kind of interesting as a concept. Alright, so technically, the developer of Iron Corbo Kung Fu Janitor is from Canada, but I believe he has Asian ancestry, which makes this title kind of illegible, being a side-scrolling action platformer with an environmentalist theme. You play as a janitor equipped with his trusty broom as he clears rubbish from the streets in a post-civilization world, where there are robots roaming about, some of which are up to no good. I really like the visual style here, which does have quite a bit of detail in the environment, which must have taken a lot of work, where there is a focus on the combat system with inspiration from fighting games in the inputs and combos, so do drop it a wishlist if interested.
안녕, 난 파이벨이야. 인간들은 날 마녀라 부르지. 용사들 사이에서 살아남으려면 강해져야만 해.
In case you couldn't tell from the opening dialogue of this trailer, WitchSpring R is indeed from a Korean developer, but it is technically not a new game, but a remake of a mobile-only title, WitchSpring, which released in 2015. Despite this, it is not a quote-unquote mobile game in the sense of the modern term, where it did not have in-app purchases or ads, so to see a proper remake is of interest since it does look kind of good.
세상에는 위험한 것들이 가득해.
It's a time management RPG where you have 100 in-game days to accomplish a variety of objectives, including taming and training monsters, gathering resources and crafting, or even having to rest, but this developer is certainly one to watch now that they're starting to release more games on Steam.
내 친구들을 지키기 위해서. 있잖아, 나랑 같이 모험을 떠나볼래?
One of the most beautiful in-development titles is Kaku Ancient Seal, an open-world action-adventure title that stars a vaguely caveman-like main character who is a young child that has to adventure across the continent. I initially thought that this was a 3D platformer, but might in fact be inspired by games like Breath of the Wild and even Horizon Zero Dawn. It does look like a modern animated movie as well, which is very impressive, so fingers crossed we will get a release date soon. One of the games that is most interesting to me on this list is Ogu and the Secret Forest, an adorable looking title that you might think would be a farming or life sim title, but in fact is a 2D Zelda-style action-adventure game. It has all the expected elements from exploration, puzzles, and even combat, with plenty of locations to explore and even what appears to be dungeon-like areas. It does even have mini-games like fishing, racing, and even a mech battle shown off in this trailer, looking to have plenty of variety and should be great. And of course, I do have to give a special mention to this action roguelite title, where you venture out to defeat monsters in order to get ingredients to cook food at the restaurant, looking like it will nail the gameplay loop, which makes Singapore-made Cuisinier a title of interest, where you can watch this video for more upcoming roguelites.